There is something powerful inside you that no one ever told you about. It is not in your education. It is not in your background. It is not even in your talent. It is something deeper. It is a force that lives quietly within you, waiting for the moment you decide to wake it up. Most people live their whole lives without ever finding it. They think power means status or money or control. They think power is about being strong on the outside. But real power is silent. It lives in your choices, in your discipline, in your ability to keep moving when everything inside you wants to stop. You see, everyone is born with this hidden energy. Some call it willpower. Some call it spirit. Some call it purpose. But whatever you name it, it is there. It is the voice that tells you to stand back up after life knocks you down. It is the fire that burns quietly when the world turns cold. You have felt it before. The moment you wanted to quit, but something inside whispered, keep going. That whisper is your secret power. Many people never learn how to use it. They wait for motivation. They wait for support. They wait for the perfect time. But the truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one can unlock that power for you. It begins the moment you take responsibility for your life. The moment you stop blaming your circumstances. The moment you realize that everything you need is already inside you. Every person you admire discovered this same truth. They were not chosen. They chose themselves. They did not wait for permission. They created their own path. And the moment they made that decision, something inside them changed. That is when power awakens. It does not shout. It does not announce itself. It grows quietly with every act of courage. Think about your own life. How many times have you doubted yourself, only to realize later that you were stronger than you thought? Every challenge you have faced, every heartbreak, every failure was not there to break you. It was there to build you, to reveal the strength that was always within you. This is what they never told you. The secret power is not something you find. It is something you remember. It is who you truly are, beneath fear, beneath doubt, beneath the noise of the world. You do not need to become someone else. You only need to stop forgetting who you already are. Once you understand this, your life changes. You stop waiting for opportunities and start creating them. You stop asking for validation and start believing in yourself. You stop being afraid of failure because you realize that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. Every setback, every rejection, every mistake carries a lesson that strengthens your inner power. That is the secret they never told you. The most powerful person in your life is not someone you meet. It is the person you decide to become. And the moment you accept that truth, the moment you stop searching outside and start looking within, you begin to see what has been there all along. A strength that cannot be taken away. A power that cannot be measured. A light that cannot be dimmed. That light is you. Most people live their entire lives waiting. They wait for the right opportunity. They wait for the perfect time. They wait for luck or confidence or someone to believe in them. But life does not wait. Time moves whether you act or not. Every day that passes is a day you never get back. One morning you wake up and realize years have gone by. Your dream has become a memory. Your fire has turned into smoke. Why does this happen? Because you believed a lie. You believed that you should start only when you feel ready. But the truth is, you will never feel ready. You will never have enough time or money or certainty. If you wait for those things, you will wait forever. You think that confidence comes before action, but it is the other way around. Confidence comes after you act. You move first, then belief follows. You act in faith, and faith grows. Every person you admire was once afraid. They were uncertain. They doubted themselves. But they moved anyway, because power does not live in perfection. It lives in motion. There is a battle inside you every single day. A battle between two voices. One says you cannot. The other whispers maybe you can. The voice you feed becomes your reality. The outside world does not matter as much as the world within. You can lose money or people or opportunities. But if you do not lose your inner fire, you can always rise again. Many people misunderstand strength. They think strength means never being afraid, never crying, never doubting. But that is not strength. That is pretending. Real strength is quiet. It is not about never falling but about never staying down. It is when you are exhausted but still show up. It is when you are scared but still speak. It is when you are rejected but still believe in your dream. That kind of strength cannot be taught. It is born in pain, shaped by struggle, and proven in silence. One night you will sit alone thinking about your life. The world will be quiet and your mind will whisper a question. Is this all there is? That question is not a curse. It is a calling. It is life asking you to wake up, to remember that there is more in you than you have shown. At that moment you have two choices. You can numb the feeling or you can listen. Most people distract themselves with noise. They drown the voice with entertainment or excuses. But if you stay still long enough, you will hear something powerful. You will hear the pulse of your potential. A voice that says, I am still here. I have not given up on you. That is your secret power speaking. It does not shout. It waits. It waits for you to stop running from yourself and to finally turn inward. Inside every human being there is a version of you, stronger, wiser, calmer, waiting to be born. The question is, how long will you keep it waiting? Your life changes the instant you make a real decision. Not when you say you want something, but when you decide completely. When you say enough. Enough doubting, enough waiting, enough fear. That is the moment the universe moves. Doors open that were not there before. Energy flows that was not available before. Your internal state changes and everything around you begins to shift. People feel it. Opportunities feel it. Life feels it. That is the secret power alignment between your inner world and your outer actions. When what you believe, what you say, and what you do become one, you become unstoppable. You have been told your power comes from position, possessions, or popularity. But if your power depends on anything outside you, it can be taken away. Real power comes from within. It comes from your mindset, your persistence, and your ability to rise each time life knocks you down. The world measures success by what you have, but true success is measured by who you become. The more you depend on external things, the weaker you get. The more you build inner strength, the less you need from the outside. That is why some people can lose everything and still rise. Because what they built lives inside them. When you awaken your inner power, you stop asking what will people think and start asking what do I think of myself. You stop asking can I do this and start saying I will find a way. You stop asking why me and start saying why not me. That is the shift from survival to purpose. There was once a young woman who grew up in poverty. People laughed at her dreams. She failed again and again. But she had a small flame inside her that never died. Every morning she said to herself, I will not let my story end this way. Years later she became a leader, a teacher, an inspiration to millions. She did not change because the world believed in her. She changed because she believed in herself first. Her name was Oprah Winfrey. She was rejected and underestimated, but she knew her power did not come from others' approval. It came from her decision to rise. And that is what you must do. Your secret power is waiting for you to decide. The moment you do, everything changes. The secret power inside you is not luck or talent. It is discipline. It is focus. It is belief. It is the ability to keep moving when nothing around you gives you a reason to. Once you understand how to use it, everything changes. There are a few simple principles that awaken this power. Each one builds on the last, and together they form the foundation of a life that cannot be broken. The first principle is awareness. You cannot change what you do not understand. Most people live on autopilot, repeating the same habits, thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions every day. They are stuck in patterns built by fear and doubt. To awaken your inner power, you must first see yourself clearly. You must watch your mind the same way you watch a movie. When anger rises, notice it. When fear appears, acknowledge it. When doubt whispers, listen but do not obey. Awareness gives you freedom because once you see the pattern, you can choose a new one. The second principle is responsibility. Power begins the moment you stop blaming. Life will never be fair, and it does not have to be. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. That is where your strength lives. When you say, it is not my fault, you give your power away. But when you say, it is my responsibility, you take it back. Responsibility does not mean guilt. It means ownership. It means deciding that no matter what happens, you will find a way to grow from it. The third principle is consistency. The world respects results, but results respect discipline. You cannot build strength by acting only when you feel good. You build it by doing what must be done even when you do not feel like it. Every time you show up when you could have quit, you build power. Every small step you take when no one is watching adds up. That is how real transformation happens. Quietly, patiently, daily. The fourth principle is resilience. Life will test you. People will doubt you. You will fail. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Every person who has ever achieved anything great has fallen more times than they have risen. The difference is they refused to stay down. Resilience is the ability to rise one more time than you fall. It is the decision to stand again even when your heart is heavy and your mind is tired. There was once a man who failed in business, lost elections, and was told he was not good enough for leadership. But he did not stop. He learned. He adjusted. He tried again. That man was Abraham Lincoln. The same strength that carried him through loss and rejection lives in you. The fifth principle is purpose. When you know why you are doing something, pain becomes bearable. Without purpose, every challenge feels meaningless. With purpose, every challenge becomes fuel. Purpose gives direction. It gives meaning to struggle. It reminds you that even the dark moments have a reason. Your purpose is not something you find once. It grows as you grow. It deepens as you learn who you are. When these principles come together, awareness, responsibility, consistency, resilience, and purpose, they form an unbreakable foundation. You stop being controlled by your emotions and start guiding them. You stop chasing approval and start building impact. You stop fearing failure and start using it as feedback. Your power is not in knowing everything. It is in being willing to learn. It is in being willing to fall and rise. It is in trusting that no matter what comes, you will not give up on yourself. That is how ordinary people become extraordinary. Not by being chosen, but by choosing themselves every day. You see, the people who change the world are not the ones who never doubt. They are the ones who act despite doubt. They are not the ones who never fall. They are the ones who rise faster every time they do. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve is simple. One waits. The other moves. And so the question is, what will you do? Will you wait for confidence, or will you build it? Will you wait for permission, or will you give it to yourself? Will you wait for the right moment, or will you make this moment right? Everything you need to become who you are meant to be is already inside you. Your secret power is not hidden. It is waiting. Waiting for your decision. Waiting for your action. Waiting for you to remember that you were born with everything you need. The more you use this power, the stronger it becomes. The more you trust it, the louder it speaks. And one day you will look back and realize the person you always wanted to be was not a dream. It was you all along. Now that you understand the principles, you must learn how to live them. Knowledge without action is nothing. Power without direction is wasted. The world is full of people who know what to do but never do it. Your life changes only when your knowledge becomes action. Start small. Start where you are. Most people never begin because they think they need a perfect plan. But progress does not come from perfection. It comes from movement. Take one small step toward your goal every day. Read one page. Write one line. Make one call. Speak one truth. Every small act builds momentum. Over time, small steps create massive change. Remember that consistency beats intensity. Anyone can be motivated for a day. True strength is showing up every single day, even when you do not feel like it. It is not about how fast you move. It is about how long you stay in motion. You do not need to win every battle. You just need to stay in the fight. When life tests you, and it will, you must remember why you started. There will be days when nothing makes sense. Days when everything seems to go wrong. Those are the days that define you. Anyone can stay strong when life is easy. True character is revealed when everything falls apart and you still refuse to give up. When you face fear, face it with awareness. Do not fight your fear. Understand it. Fear is only the mind protecting you from the unknown. Thank it and then move forward anyway. Each time you face fear and act, your confidence grows. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action despite fear. When you fail, and you will fail, remember that failure is feedback. It is a teacher, not a punishment. Ask yourself, what did I learn? What will I do differently next time? Every mistake holds wisdom if you are willing to see it. The people who grow the fastest are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who learn the fastest. Protect your energy. Be careful who you listen to. Some people project their own fears onto you. They will tell you that your dreams are impossible, not because they know you cannot do it, but because they gave up on themselves. You cannot afford to let their doubt become your reality. Listen, but decide for yourself. Your vision is yours for a reason. Surround yourself with growth. Read books that inspire you. Watch people who challenge you to rise higher. Spend time with those who remind you of your potential, not your limits. Energy is contagious. The more you fill your mind with strength, the less room there is for weakness. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is not just saying thank you. It is a state of mind that shifts your focus from what is missing to what is possible. Every morning before you start your day, find 3 things to be thankful for. It can be as simple as the air you breathe or the people you love. Gratitude turns ordinary days into blessings. Discipline your mind. The mind can be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. Train it daily. Feed it with focus. Replace negative thoughts with empowering ones. When your mind says, I cannot, answer with, I will try. When it says, this is too hard, answer with, I will find a way. Over time, your thoughts will align with your goals. And most importantly, take responsibility for your growth. No one will do the work for you. You must become your own leader. You must become your own motivation. Every day you are shaping your future by what you choose to do and what you choose to ignore. The secret power inside you grows with every choice. Soon you will notice something changing. You will feel lighter, more focused, more alive. Things that used to intimidate you will begin to feel smaller. The world will not change, but your perspective will. And that changes everything. There will still be challenges, but they will no longer control you. You will face them with calm strength. You will stop reacting and start responding. You will stop doubting and start trusting. You will stop surviving and start living. This is how you awaken your power. Not through one big moment, but through many small moments of choice. Every time you choose courage over comfort, discipline over distraction, purpose over fear, you strengthen your inner force. The secret is not to wait for change. The secret is to become the change. When you live with this awareness, when you take action with faith, when you rise with resilience, you will see that the power was never outside you. It was within you the entire time. There comes a moment in every life when you realize that everything you were searching for has been inside you all along. You realize that strength was not in what you had, but in who you are. You realize that every challenge, every failure, every heartbreak was preparing you for this moment. Life does not give power to those who wait, it gives power to those who act. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the right time. Do not wait for someone to tell you you are ready. You are ready now. The world does not create heroes, it reveals them. Every test you face, every struggle you endure is a chance to discover your own strength. That is the secret power nobody ever told you about. Your power is not in your circumstances. It is not in your education or your wealth or your position. It is in your choices, in your persistence, in your willingness to rise every time life knocks you down. That is the power that cannot be taken away. That is the power that makes ordinary people extraordinary. Think of every person you admire. They were afraid, they doubted themselves, they failed repeatedly. But they acted anyway. They chose themselves when no one else would. That is what sets them apart. That is what you can do. You have the same ability, the same fire, the same inner strength. Close your eyes and see the person you want to become. That person is not in the future. That person is inside you now, waiting for your permission to step forward. Every choice you make, every action you take builds the bridge between who you are and who you will become. You do not need more resources, more luck, more certainty. You only need to act. Life will continue to test you. Challenges will rise. Fear will speak. Doubt will whisper. But remember, your power is stronger than all of it. You have been built for this. You have survived before, and you will survive again. Each time you rise, your confidence grows. Each time you act, your courage expands. Each time you persist, your power strengthens. When you look back one day, you will see that nothing in the world could stop you because you learned the greatest truth. The secret power was never lost. It was never hidden. It was yours all along. It lives in your heart, in your mind, in your will. It waits only for you to claim it. Decide today to stop waiting. Decide today to start. Decide today to be the person you were meant to be. Stop letting fear dictate your life. Stop letting doubt control your actions. Stand up, walk forward, and remember that you are the one you have been waiting for. Your life is yours to shape. Your destiny is yours to create. The secret power inside you is real, it is alive, it is unstoppable. Use it. Embrace it. Let it guide you. Let it transform you. Let it shine through every action, every choice, every moment. The world is waiting for your light. Do not hide it. Do not delay it. You were born to rise, to inspire, to create, to lead. That power is yours. Claim it now. Become who you were always meant to be. The secret power inside you nobody told you about is not a secret anymore. It is you. Now you know the truth about the power inside you, the power that nobody told you about, the power that has been waiting for your decision to awaken. It is not in the future, it is not in someone else, it is in you right now in this very moment. It is alive, it is real, it is unstoppable. Every breath you take, every choice you make, every action you commit builds it, shapes it, strengthens it. The world will test you, it will challenge you, it will try to convince you to settle, to give up, to become small. But you are not small, you were never small, you were born to rise, to shine, to create, to inspire, to lead. The power inside you has survived every fear, every doubt, every failure that has ever come your way, and it is waiting for you to fully step into it. Do not wait for validation, do not wait for luck, do not wait for a sign. The sign is here, the time is now, the moment you take full responsibility for your life, the moment you decide to act despite fear, to rise despite doubt, to keep moving despite obstacles. That is when your power fully awakens, that is when everything changes, that is when you stop surviving and start living fully, completely, courageously. You have within you the strength to overcome any challenge, the courage to face any fear, the wisdom to learn from every mistake, the resilience to rise again and again and again. You have the ability to change your story, to rewrite your narrative, to become the person you were meant to be. The people who inspire the world do not have more than you, they simply decided to claim what was already theirs. Now imagine your life if you acted from this place every single day. Imagine waking up knowing your power is real. Imagine walking through the world knowing that no circumstance can take it from you. Imagine making decisions from a place of strength, from a place of clarity, from a place of absolute certainty in yourself. That is your life when you fully awaken your inner power. Do not let another day pass waiting. Do not let another opportunity slip. Do not let fear steal another moment. The power inside you is calling. You have been training for this moment through every struggle, every hardship, every test. It is time to stop hesitating and start becoming the person you were always meant to be. Rise with courage, rise with faith, rise with persistence, rise with purpose, rise knowing that nothing can stop you because your power comes from inside and it is eternal. The world may change around you, but your inner force will remain unshakable. It will guide you, protect you, inspire you, and lift you to heights you have only dreamed of. Carry this truth with you always. The secret power inside you nobody told you about is not a secret anymore. It is not hidden, it is not borrowed, it is yours. Take it, claim it, live it, and let it shine through everything you do. Let it shape your destiny, let it transform your life, let it become your legacy. The world is waiting for you to rise. And now rise.